Alright guys, I'm gonna try and do my best. I've got this set up in my bathroom and I don't have my tripod handy. Anyways, I was having so much trouble printing this manifold, I decided to print it in parts. So we've got, let's see if that's picking it up. Okay, yeah, we got the inside and I made the top not there. So I was able to print it standing on the printer bed like that. And I just had to have a couple of supports for the tops of these holes. But yeah, it came out a lot better. And then, since the tubes kept, warping, if you print them like that, they don't warp. So that's what I did. I sliced the tubes out in the software, and I printed 4 of them. And then, once I get the tubes on, I printed out just the back wall of this. So this will just go in like that. Anyways, so yeah, I'm working around my printer's limitations. And then ABS cement. This is ASA. It's essentially ABS, but it's more UV stable. I'm hoping that this works. If this doesn't, I know acetone will. So I'm going to glue in 1 tube, let it set up and cure, make sure it's actually glued in, and then I'll come back and do the rest. If it doesn't set up and cure and glue in, then I will know I need to go with acetone. But yeah, the tubes just sit in there quite nicely. There's a little elephant's foot at the end of these tubes from printing on the bed and being a little too close to the bed. That's actually perfect because that'll help hold it in. And all the layer lines are like this. I printed these one at a time so that I get really good layer adhesion, and these are solid. I did like 6 walls inside and out, so there's no infill here. This is all wall. Same with the manifold. So I'm thinking that these are going to glue up great. So this is going to be way better than what I tried to print before. And honestly, this is only 200 wide, so, and 200 tall, I think. So yeah, you could print this on a standard Ender 3. You wouldn't need a giant one like I've got. So I'll share these design files. I'll update my my post on printables with these 3 separate files. But yeah, let's go ahead and glue this thing in and see how it turns out. I am in the bathroom with a fan on so that I don't gas out my whole house. It needs to be done at room temperature. Oh boy, that's on there tight. Might need some pliers. Alright, here we go. Good, it's nice and black like this stuff is. Alright, so we're not going to have a whole lot of overlap here. Dang it, kept it on the counter. Probably should have put down some paper towels. Okay, and then we'll put some on the lip here. That should do. Alrighty. Yeah, this stuff should set up pretty quick. Let's get some paper towels, toilet paper, and get this off the counter. Close this lid. Wipe this little bit off here. There we go. More on the counter. I'm sure some Brillo pads will take that off later on. Got some more. There. Next time I will cover the counter with paper towels. Pro tip. And cool. I'm just gonna coat this junction really well. There we go. The instructions said in about 15 minutes it'll be ready to handle, and in 2 hours it's done. This stuff doesn't mess around. Now, if I look in there, yeah, the pipe's pretty flush, so I'm pretty happy with how it looks on the inside. When I put the second one in, while it's cured, or as soon as I get it in there, I'll try to align it with this one really well. so that they're square. But it looks like I got this one square with the top, pretty much. So, and there's some room for error. It'll be okay. Cool. So there's one. Alright guys, this stuff is set up. It's only been about an hour. I did the first one and it turned out okay, so then, or was this, no, I did this one first. Anyways, then I went on and did all the remaining ones, all 4. So yeah, it seems to be holding up fine. I'm not going to strength test this or anything right now. I'm going to let it cure 24 hours before I give it any real testing. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it on the inside. Yeah, it turned out great. Lots of runs and stuff, but they'll be okay. And as you can see, this one, yeah, I dripped some on the on that one, so I had to clean it up a little bit. So it's got some runs on it, but that'll be fine. And now I'm just kind of ready to glue the last piece in. So I just I take the thing out of here, and I'm gonna run it around this rim and run it across here. And I'm going to do the same thing on here, and I think I'm going to glue the smooth side inward, and the outside will just match everything else. As you can see, I didn't put the hole for the fitting on this one. I can always just drill and tap it if I want one on this side. Otherwise it's on the other side down there, and I've also got 2 on top, so that'll work nicely. Anyways, yeah, let's get this thing glued together. I'm really happy with this technique. It actually printed way faster too, because it didn't have to print all those supports, which just add time and waste material. So this is definitely the way to go. Alright, we're back. So it's all dry. It's glued in nicely. The tubes are in there, you know. They're solidly, you know, this stuff activates the plastic, so it melts the 2 sides of the plastic together, and it does a wonderful job. So what I've got is the throttle body. See, I'm using, here it is right there. It's a Mikuni throttle body. It's a real nice name brand throttle body. Now I could bolt it on like this, but it's meant to go the other direction. So the O-ring goes on the manifold side, and the problem with that is all kinds of stuff sticking down. We got this vacuum nipple is sticking down. Throttle cables are kind of coming in from below. This was pointing straight down. I rotated it so it's pointing the other way now. But anyways, yeah, it won't clear. So I made an adapter, pretty much a 20mm spacer. And because I was able to print this more than once, I was actually able to refine it perfectly. So if you look on this side, you can see that these are kind of raised. See, they stick up. So when you put this on here, they click in. See, click, click, and it holds it in place. See. Yeah, it holds it in place. There's such a perfect fit. The tube below the throttle body is 0.5 millimeter bigger in diameter than the throttle body itself. So it's, you know, it's going to expand a little bit as it comes into this, but that's fine. This hole wasn't perfect on the manifold, but it's pretty close. And before I do the final, I might final attach of the throttle body, I'll probably fix that. I'll sand any rough edges that are sticking out off. But yeah, it's pretty darn close. So anyways, I'm just going to use bolts through here and onto this. This is 3mm thick. This flange is also 3mm thick. This is the smooth side. I printed this face down on my printing surface, which is Garolite. FR4, G10, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so this will get a nice seal with the O-ring. And this side, it was up, so it's a little bit rough. So is the top of this manifold, but the cement's going to do great. And before I put this on here, I can set that back in place and kind of get an idea of what direction I want it. So the side that's a little bit farther forward is the right. So we're looking at the front of the bike here. And I kind of want to aim it so that yeah, the throttle cables come in from that side, and you can see they'll be close, but they're going to work fine. Yeah, so this whole flange is going to cover those holes and everything and just be glued on. And yeah, so we'll just align it to be square this way, and that'll allow the, oh wait, no, not square. Yeah, okay, so that direction, 45 degrees, yep. And so put some cement here, some cement on this, put it down. This surface didn't print very well because it was on top of the supports and there was too much gap. So I'll probably put some cement on top of that too to smooth it out. So anyways, here, well, that's what you get to see. Anyways, get the throttle body out of the way. I've got paper towels down in my bathroom. Okay, 45 degree angle. There we go. Not as glued tight this time. Anyways, so see if I can try not to get so much of this on my skin this time. It's okay to get too much on here because it's fine. It cures completely when it's done. Alright, now I'm going to put some on the bottom of this. Try and keep this where you can see it. Oh, I'm getting it all over the counter again. Dang it. Alright. Now, 45 degrees. Double check. This at 45 degrees. Oh, wrong 45. Okay. So we're just going to rotate this a little bit. At 45 degrees. Alright. Clean up that surface in here, kind of smooth it out. There we go. Perfect. I'm really happy with that. It's going to make a nice smooth surface in there. And we got it at the right angle. So, now let me put some on top of this because, like I said, I wanted to clean this up. All right, cemented. Let's have a look at the terrible mess I made on my camera. I mean, yeah, here we go. So, there we go. Anyways, yeah, looks great. Nice, smooth. Not gonna worry about the drips at the bottom. They'll cure hard as a rock. So yeah, there we go. All done. Let that cure for, I think it's 2 hours and this stuff's cured. So, but it'll be days before I put this together on the bike, if even that soon. So, got plenty of time. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Hopefully we'll get this bike running here soon.